Hello, welcome to Sustainable Lifestyle Local Network. So happy Navratri to you all. And आज नवरात्रि के हमारे दिवा है अल्पना मोघे जी. She is a PhD in biotechnology and academics and research of traditional Indian food पे उनका focus है. So let's talk to her and understand के native foods जो है इंडिया के, how वो foods are changing lifestyle of people, making them healthier. So yes, sir.
थैंक यू सीमा. सबसे पहले नवरात्रि की सबको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं. नवरात्रि इज़ अ फेस्टिवल ऑफ शक्ति and we have to be conscious of the Shakti we fast. According to me, Shakti we take does not relate to provide strength, but relates the required capacity and the power and our capacity. And these food in these 9 days should be conscious of that already. And every day while making our choices, we should be conscious about that. That's the message that Navratri is giving us.
So how did you get into researching and actually doing your PhD in Indian native foods, traditional foods? So how did that change happen?
Okay, I will tell you, Seema. I am actually basically a PhD from an ICMR institute and have been working in academics and research for long time. My core area of research is drug screening, where I had been screening about the phytochemicals and the certain herbal extracts or relating to that. When I was doing my studies and when I could see the results, I am basically a cell biologist, so tuned to observing cells under microscope, and when I would see the effect that some of our herbs have on the cells, that surprised me a lot. It was a great effect that I could see, and I realized that here lies the nutrition, because there had been lot of, even I followed what the book says about nutrition, and nutrition was more correlated to many exotic things or animal products, etc. So I also believed in that. But when I actually looked into microscope and got my results, at that time I realized that it is something there in native in my backyard. So I got reintroduced to my own traditional foods.
So what was one such food, if you can give us an example?
Yes,
what was one such food?
Yes. A lot of my research is on, I have got certain project for validation of some of the traditional medicines from Ministry of Ayush, some from ICMR, etc. So one very important food which has got immense pharmaceutical and health benefit is Shevga, Moringa, and drumsticks. Yeah. And I am also developing one pharmaceutical product out of all the research. So the product development, I have come up to a level of product development. But then if you think of it, Shevga is so common to all of us. Shevga has its drumsticks is grown perhaps in every house. Earlier every house had that tree. And there are so many such things, like we have jackfruit or ratala, sweet potato. Every part, like from the leaf to flower to stem, fruit, everything has value. So many indigenous things which are part and parcel of our life are so nutritive. And I used to look for something in the supermarket for getting some nutrition or correlated with animal products, etc. But I think after a certain age, you don't have to depend on any of the animal product. The plants are there to nourish us, suffice to us. One more thing I realized is that we need to value our local food.
Yes.
So the season, the geographic location where we are staying, and the tradition that it has got, and the local food that comes, which are very valuable, and your body is adopted and suited for tradition. We know that in particular season we eat particular food in a particular manner. Like we make ladus, we use something like horse gram.
No,
Okay. So that we we make ladus out of it. Then we during winter we make methi ladu, so that methi is processed in a particular manner. So the traditions are available. I don't say that you take everything as it is from tradition, but you have now modern science to tell you what is important from that. And if you look into these traditional recipes, you will also know that they are not so heavily processed. So the
That's simple,
method
pluck and,
pluck and just minimally process, like roast it or soak it, sprout it, make the papad. You make those papadya or papad during particular season, and you eat it throughout the
So
year.
it's a kind of processing
Yes.
which will give you food when the food is not available on the plants.
Exactly. According to me, loses its nutrition.
So one more thing what we have from Arpana ji, when she said she is making products from moringa, she already has some products which have been so tasty, something like wheat peda. She has given us gulga, horse gram soup and savory.
Yes.
Some supari mukwas mixes. So she's already developed some products, and in very small quantities and intermittent times it keeps coming to us. So if you can tell us, there was one product called baby food.
Yes.
So what is the case, if you can tell us, okay, how did this product got developed?
In Annadatta with Samadhi Madam, yourself, it was a very nice platform and lot of interaction. So some people approached me because one couple approached me because they had some problem in their child and they wanted the baby to develop normally. So doctor had suggested to give them something relating to nutrition. So two things. One, I developed one baby food for them, which is where we prepared the base mix, and then I gave them a recipe that on day-to-day basis how they can add fresh vegetable to it and cook out of it. And they used this product for a period of 6 months, and then I shifted them to the ragi malt further, and the baby is very, very healthy and very nice. So I think it was just word of mouth that many other parents also approached me for this baby food, and it was of immense help to those babies, because when it comes to baby food, you go again to the market for a lot of Cerelac, Parex, etc. But then these own natural organic grain based food product help them a lot. So such cases has given us lot of encouragement to share our knowledge for if we could solve someone's issues
And connect
with
it
that.
back to traditions.
Connected back to traditions.
So that
very
baby
much.
food was, I think, machini based.
The earlier was the parboiled rice and moong dal along with sweet potato and pumpkin. So it had sweet potato and pumpkin dehydrated.
So now there's one more thing that when people come to know of something, like say if you say Shevga is a superfood, and then millets are superfoods. So people have the tendency to start consuming only that, or just rush to only that particular food item just to take care of your health. So does it also create problems?
But I think only one product, if you think because it's a superfood I should consume only that, is not what nutrition is. You need to have biodiversity in your plate. You should respect every food that you have. Food will include important grains, it will include pulses, it will include millets, it will include vegetables, it will include kanda like sweet potato and all that, tubers, it will include spices and fruits. So it should be, your plate should be colorful.
As we come to the younger generation, because you are in academics, you
Yeah.
are in touch with the younger generation who's going to take their health. I think they're not taking their health seriously. So if you have to guide them on getting the right nutrition for their body, so and they want taste as well as health.
Correct.
So how do you do it? And what
Correct.
if you can tell us what kind of problems you have seen in the younger generation?
Yes, very
Being
difficult
with
question.
them.
Very difficult, because in young generation, if they want to be healthy, they will relate only to eggs and chicken.
Okay.
That's the only way they feel that, oh,
So
I have
muscles.
eaten
Muscle power.
protein, chicken, only that. Otherwise, most of the time, because I won't blame them also. They are staying away from home. They don't have
Access
people
to
to
good food.
access to good food, and it's very quick to Swiggy
Yes.
and get because they're very hungry. Get pizzas, get cakes, get cold drinks, and spend the day. At the most, they will cook Maggie and eat.
Yes.
So what nourishment they are going to get out of them? And most of them suffer from headache, migraine, PCOD, skin related issues, and lots of digestion problems they face. It's very sad to see them, and consequently they also have lot of psychological issues that are there. Being into academics, we get although we don't want, we get automatically involved in all these issues, and we do have to do a lot of counseling to it. So I think about 90% of their issues are related to their diet, which they cannot take. So I think it's very difficult to convince, first of all, the young generation to shift to plant-based diet. So, but we try, at least when I'm there, I try to take certain activities in fun way manner to explain them about the role of these plants, and make them understand that plants not only nourish you, but they heal you and they protect you. They have number of nutraceuticals that are present, which is going to protect you against the future problems that you are going to have. If you want to increase your capacities, if you want to protect yourself, then plant-based diet will do three purposes: nutrition, healing, and protection. So wherever possible, we have to make young generation aware. So I think, Seema, you are doing commendable job because you are popularizing this.